All right, so good evening. Good evening. Type 1 on the chat box if you can hear me. If I am audible and clear, just drop 1 on the chat box. All right, I can see I'm audible. I'm going to give us at least 3 minutes. 3 minutes to allow other people to get in. Make sure that you remind your guests and make sure that everyone is connected. Some might be having, maybe connection issues. You can be able to solve that. Other maybe don't know how to use Zoom correctly. You can actually be able to help them. So in 3 minutes, we start. Actually, 2 now. Right. Thank you. We are good to start. I hope you all can hear me. I'm going to say a good evening again. I want to see good evening dropping on the chat box. Can I see some good evening with probably some fire emojis on the chat box? And you can actually type where you are tuning in from. If you're from Nairobi, you're from Uganda, you're from Kisii, you're from Kisumu, Mombasa, wherever you're hearing us from, just type it on the chat box. Right. I can see them. I can see them. I can see them. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. And we want to thank God for this, amazing Sunday, amazing evening that He has given it to us, so that we can be able to listen in and be able to learn about an amazing opportunity, which is life changing and is going to impact many people, as it has already done for the last 4 decades. And I just want you to give me at least 45 of a minute, 45 of a minutes. Don't be distracted. Don't go to TikTok. Don't go to Twitter. Don't be cooking. Don't be doing anything. Just focus here. Focus on the screen as you get to learn, as you get to know how we can actually be able to impact the society in a positive way. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen as we get to have this amazing session together. Right, and I believe you can see my screen. So my name is James Gituku, and my background is in journalism. That's what I've done. I'm also a health and fitness coach, and I'm also a business coach working with amazing young people with an organization called the Golden Dynasty. That's the organization that I lead. I've been here since 2019. Came about to discover this amazing opportunity through a stranger on Instagram. Just DM'd me, told me that I can show you how to make an extra income. At that point, I was like, I actually don't even have an income right now, but I'm very much interested because I was looking for what I would call independence. You see, when you're a student and you're just always depending on your parents, and you have no, right, thank you. And you have probably siblings who you're always asking for money. You're always asking them, can you be able to assist me with 200 bob, 300 bob? It always feels like, sorry to say that, but a beggar. You're always begging for money. There's nothing you can actually do on your own. And I wanted to have that freedom from the word go. Because without money, you can't have freedom. Because everything, almost now, you can even say breathing can be costing money right now. So you need to have your own money to be able to maneuver around. That's when I came to this business. Started at a very humble beginning, just from the scratch, learning how I can be able to talk to people. I was from an introverted, state, but I was able to learn through the mentorship, through the training that happens here. And I can say I've become a better person because from that, I started as a student and growing with other people. I had to look for my peers who can be able to work together. I've been able to work with, I would say thousands of, clients right now together with my team. And in terms of money, I've been able to see good money that, enabled me from the word go to have my, to have my own house, to be able to do things on my own, to start even investing and many, many, many more things. And I'm working with people who, they come back and, give you a story. I'm actually able to pay for my school fees. I'm helping my parents at home, and others are doing big things. They even start investing. But what I would say is that this is an amazing opportunity. As long as you embrace it from the word go, don't try it, just do it. Just follow everything that you're going to be told here. And as long as you put in the work, you're patient, and you follow the system, it's going to be an amazing venture for you. For me right now, it's a career opportunity. I'm not going to look for a job somewhere. I'm not going to look for a handout somewhere. I know I have everything here because I can be able to decide anything that I want to be able to do. And I'm actually looking up to people who have been here for the last 20 years, 30 years. And they've actually been able to build an entire, I would call an entire generational wealth through this business. So just give it your ears and concentrate as we are able to go through. But I'm going to just start with I would say the common things that we are facing, the challenges that we're facing. Just a second. All right. So I'm just going to talk about the common challenges that we're facing right now in the world. We're talking about increased cost of living. Every day we have things or the money, the cost of everything that we're buying, a single day, it's always increasing because you have this inflation. We have a lot of many things that is happening, and political affairs also affect the cost of living. We also get something maybe that probably you're having some standard housing where you're living, you're not so comfortable wherever that you're living, and probably we have these high rises buildings coming up every day. We even have that in Nairobi, a place that is known to be has been known for the longest time to be suburbs where you build a bungalow and live for for a retirement home, and you want to enjoy your life with with your your grandkids and all that. But it's becoming hard because the next just within a week 40-story building just comes up and you have your own bungalow there. So you have now to start, vacating and look for another place that is probably not going to be congested. So that's another thing that is affecting many people. Another thing is substandard transport. We hear people complaining and we see that every day. We know that matatus in Nairobi, it's crazy. And probably you're looking for a way that you can actually be able to not just drive, but you want to be in a place that probably you can be able to work from, a different location. Another thing we're talking about is just bear with me for a second. All right, deaths. That's another thing that is affecting many people. And you get probably you're getting paid on 20th or you get paid on 5th. By the time we are hitting maybe a week after, you have nothing in your pocket, but you still have to pay school fees. You still have to eat. You still have to, pay for transport everywhere that you're going. That means you have now to go ahead and actually probably ask for an advance, or go for the mobile loans, or even ask for, loans in a bank. And that is something that is affecting so many people, even as countries as countries in the world. It's a big thing, and we have to always pay for that. So probably we even go to ahead to a point of asking ourselves, did I actually make the right choice? Did I go to the right campus? Did I do the right course? That's why we have people going back. Someone is at they are probably almost getting to retirement, but they are looking for a certain course so that they can be able to catch up or probably get a promotion, which will probably increase their pension. So it's crazy, and you're talking about probably even ask yourself, why was I born in a in a parenthood where people, my father, my mother, they don't have the money. It's a common joke that we have in Kenya. Usually say that where was your grandfather when the Kenyattas and all those they were getting lands. It comes out as a joke, but truly it's a thing that we have to ask ourselves. But we have to also make sure that that question of where was my grandfather, where was my grandmother back then, has to end with us, because you can actually be able to create that generational wealth that our kids can be able to enjoy. And that rich uncle who always tell you, write me a CV, I'm going to connect you with this person, I'm going to connect you with the government and everything, and they disappear. And your boss, many people are sick of their bosses because they get crazy demands, they get everything, dictated to them, but the pay is not coming in. The freedom is not even coming in. We have sometimes even people getting a holiday, but just a day to probably enjoying a 1 week holiday, you're called back to work because you have to attend to the activities that your boss has. And that is where now many people, let me not use the word many, but we have a couple of people, talking about suicide. It's something that happens every day, because now you face all these challenges. You ask yourself, is this life even worth it? That's why we get many people, killing themselves, doing crazy things because they're tired of life. But you don't have to get there. Or if you have gotten there, there's always a solution on there. There's always a way out that you can be able to work around without giving up with life. And other things that we need, we have the needs now. The needs, it's you want to have more time. Needs is something that you're really yearning to get, but probably you don't have it for now. You want to travel, you want to have a new car, you want to get financial independence, some extra cash, not to be debt free, create some pension. You want to to have that freedom that you can be able to work from anywhere. You can be able to help people. Sometimes it's hard when you see someone is probably suffering, and you're looking at your own life and you're like, I actually don't have even something to help you. So it pains sometimes, and you want to have that success. You want to be recognized. Sometimes we do a lot of hard work, we do amazing things, but no one recognizes your efforts, and you want to have better health. That's another very, very big issue that we are facing in the world. You want to yes, to enjoy the lifestyle, to have the money and everything, but also have the health, because without the health, everything else here will not be able to come into happening. So you also need to balance everything here. And above all, that brings what we call peace of mind. When you have a good lifestyle, you have financial independence, you have freedom, you have success, and you have health, then we can say that you have a peace, freedom. Let's just look at statistics. We're going to use Kenya for that matter. We're talking about an average income in Kenya. 74% of salaried Kenyans earn less than 50,000. I want you to look at that and you tell me that what can 50,000 do right now? Let's start with the rent that you have to pay. Let's go to the food that you have to eat. Let's go to the fare, the transportation that you have to pay. Let's even go to everything. This 50,000 becomes crazy. That's why we have a crisis, not just in Kenya, but it's everywhere. That means that three quarter, the people who are getting salaries, they are getting, peanuts. And we have to look for a way. That's why we have people looking for side hustles. They're looking for something that they can be able to do besides their job. Someone is in a job, but they're selling shoes, they're selling socks, everything. But I always say that there's a better way. There's always a better way. And besides doing a job, a traditional business, probably you're doing business, and people who are in business right now, they're facing a lot of traditional business. That is, probably you have a shop somewhere in the CBD, you have a shop somewhere in the outskirts. We have these the green apron guys who come to use the kanjos, and they want to have some amount of money. Even if you have already actually done everything per the constitution, they still want to get to kidogo, what I would call a bribe, and that is killing so many things. So you ask yourself, am I going to pay rent? Am I going to improve my stock? Am I going to save? Am I going to pay school fees? Or am I going to now pay these kanjos? So it becomes crazier. That's why we have people starting up businesses, but that business that doesn't even last 6 months because it's crazy to maintain it. So a better way could be forever living products. And this is where we tell you that your dream, our plan. As long as you have a dream, then we have a plan that you can be able to follow. I believe that everyone here has a goal. Even if probably you have not written it down, there's something that you want to do before this year ends. And probably you don't know how to do it because you have been, the whole of the year have been trying to save, but it's not coming. You save probably 10K. By the time you're thinking of increasing that saving, something comes up and you have to withdraw the money back. It's crazy. So we have to get a better way that you can actually be able to build and work on our dreams. And I'm just going to give you an introduction of who Forever is and why do we call it why do we call it a life-changing opportunity where you can actually be able to have a plan to build on your dreams. So first of all, Forever was introduced or founded back in 1978 by this amazing gentleman that you can be able to see here. May his soul rest in peace. That is Rex Mon, where he told you that we will create a profitable environment where individuals can, with dignity, be what they want to be, and where integrity, empathy, and fun are our guides. We'll create and cherish a passion for and a belief in our company, our products, and our industry. Above all, we'll seek knowledge and balance. Above all, we'll be courageous as we lead our company and its forever business owners. I want you to mark the words integrity, empathy, and fun are our guides. That's what guides us. Another thing that I want you to also highlight is profitable environment, where you can actually be able to make an extra income to build your life around forever. So what does forever does differently? We are differently from probably other companies who are in the health industry or other companies that are in business. So first of all, I'm just going to give you an idea of what we call traditional retailing or traditional way of doing business, because I've said that there has to be a better way of doing business or a better way of looking for a profitable income rather than just doing it in a traditional way. So I'm just going to use probably an example of what we do locally here. So maybe let me just use something like a maize. So we have a maize grower that is somewhere in Mashinani who is planting maize and everything. Then that maize is collected, taken to a big milling company somewhere, who are now the manufacturers who now come up with these maize flour that we have in the supermarkets, we have in the kiosks. And by the time it gets there, it has to go through a wholesaler somewhere. It has to go through a wholesaler, probably of Nairobi County, Kisii County, Mombasa County, before now it gets to a retailer. By the way, supermarkets are retailers, they are not wholesalers. So you get, by the time it's getting to the retailer and all the way now to the consumer, me and you, probably they got a kg of maize. A kg of maize was probably bought at around maybe 50 bob. But by the time you're getting that maize flour that is in your house, you're probably going to buy it at the cheapest right now is I think 120 bob. So that's almost double. This money is distributed across all these people who are in the middle. We call them middlemen or brokers. So you get, at the end of the day, they're not adding that much value to the end product, but they have to take the money. So what does Forever does differently, besides just doing business? So first of all, we have what we call direct selling, or working with a network, where we eradicate all these people who are in the middle, the brokers who have to broke. Sometimes they sell you even crazy prices and all that, so that we can be able to have a free flow of products. So with that, you as the Forever business owner, you get to get all the money that could have been going to a broker somewhere, could have been going to a transporter somewhere, could have been going to a certain media company that has to push the products by advertising. Even if you check right now your TV, you're going to see so many advertisements and everything. It's just pushing the products. They are marketing. So you get all that money is now compressed and actually given to this distributor, because you're not going to see Forever in a TV station. You're not going to see Forever in a billboard. You're not going to see Forever even products, probably doing some road shows somewhere. You're not going to see all that, but you're going to hear it from your sister. You're going to hear that from your neighbor, and from all that you get, now we get to get these two streams of income, where you can be able to get retail customers who are buying from you, and you can actually be able to build a small or a big team of not marketers, of people who are moving the products, or people who are building this business, and you actually open two income streams that can actually be able to help you to grow your business. We're also the world's largest aloe company. That means we're the number one of the six. We actually have our own 60% of planted aloe. I know probably you're seeing this and you're like, I know aloe from my Ushago somewhere and everything. That's wild grown. That's just growing freely. But when you come now to having a plantation of 5,000 acres, 10,000 acres, Forever, we are number one. That's why we produce number one of the best aloe in the world. We also have global success. We're operating in over 165 countries in the world. So when you're talking about presence, when you're talking about growth, you can actually be able to bank on that, because we are in almost every other country that is, business. It operates well in business in terms of political, stability. We're also financially stable and debt free. Forever totally depends on its own. We don't have debts, fetch from somewhere so that we can be able to do our things. Not that party at all. It's actually a privately owned company. You also get Forever has actually gone ahead and invested in the real estate, invested in the tourism industry, and big industries. So you are banking on something that you're going to be sure of. It's going to be there for the next 20 years. It's going to be there for the next 40 years, 100 years, and more to come. We're also socially responsible. We have a foundation that is called Forever Giving that came about from the founder. He was just looking for a way. Yeah, I've actually been able to give people to an opportunity to earn a good income. But you also have people who are not right now. They might not need or they might not be in a better position to actually do the business. They probably need a house. They need a shelter. They need the basic needs like food. They're lacking food, they're lacking clothes, they're lacking school and everything, medicine, everything. And we have that foundation that now we as Forever business owners and everyone around us, we contribute together to the foundation that now comes back and gives to the less unfortunate people in the society. You're actually privileged in Kenya that we got a donation back in 2019 that went all the way to the northeastern. You can be able to see there. And we have these amazing ladies here from Kenya who are packaging the packages to come all the way to Kenya. So Forever is making sure that it's taking care of everyone that needs to be taken care of. We're also environmentally responsible. When you talk about our products, we do everything naturally. We also have this certification of the Aloe Science Council. This is the board that now manages or regulates the plantations or every company that plants aloe to make sure that you're coming up or you're harvesting, the mature aloes. We also have cruelty free. We do not test our products on animals. Anything that has to be taken by a human being and it's tested on animals, that's not even consumable. So we have made sure that everything that we have, in fact, the executive team, they're the first people to actually test the products when they come. I remember the other day, one of our executives saying that they have tested a product that was coming into the market so that they can be able to see that it's something that is pure, something that is good, something that is safe for human consumption. And then you're asking yourself, what now do we do? So as Forever we grow, we process and manufacture this aloe. Forever owns over I think it's over 5,000 acres right now that is planted aloe in the Dominican Republic that is purely owned and controlled by Forever Living Products. And to just give you a gist of what we talk about when you're talking about everything being natural, the weeding of this plantation is done by goats. The goats go around eating the grasses and everything. So you get, and as they're doing that, they're also dropping some manure into the factory. Yeah, I'm just going to show you just a short video of the plantation, how it looks like, just to give you an idea of what company we are dealing with, so that you can be able to see that it's something that is worth, you building your life around it. Big up. Big up. Amazing. Actually, you're going to notice that very, very few companies that are actually going to document how they process and manufacture their products. But Forever does everything here transparent in terms of what we use, ingredients, everything to the core. We also research and develop our own products. We have a very, very, very serious and a big research team that comes up with products in a way that if a certain ingredient is hard to get, we actually go ahead and look for. We can actually even go to a point of discontinuing a certain product just to make sure that whatever you're going to give to the people or to the market is something that is going to be 100% safe. And that is something that very few companies can do.
I am Jim Bogus, Manufacturing Manager for Aloe Vera America. I am responsible for the compounding or blending of the products as well as the packaging. We work together with engineering companies to design this custom packaging and blending equipment, and it was a $5.5 to $6 million investment. Forever Living Products is willing to make such a sizable investment because they want to be here for the next 30 years. They want to be here for the next 100 years, making the highest quality, safest, most efficient product possible. Our distributors can be confident that we have the highest state-of-the-art equipment for their products. FOP is going to redefine the industry. As a matter of fact, we're doing it now. We're always moving forward, so we're succeeding.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. A company that goes ahead and invests over $6 million. Can convert that into Kenyan money just to make sure that you are giving the best. That means if you have the best products, then we also have a very good now global market. Let's talk about money. Let's talk about the market that we have. Probably asking yourself, okay, you've shown us the company, everything, it's amazing, $1 million investments into the factories and everything. Now, do we have a market for these products? One thing I'm going to tell you, it's a huge, a huge market that we have. We're talking about personal care and skincare products. We have a very good range for that. And that globally is worth over 560 billion globally. That I'm just combining the open market every day. Even before you go to sleep, you're going to make sure that you brush your teeth. I know other people, they're going to have that skincare routine that they're going to go through. And that is all costing money. You've bought it from a certain company. That's the big industry. In terms of personal care, we have a very huge space that we can be able to market our products, and people love our products for that matter. We also have another industry, the weight management industry, and that is an industry that is also growing very fast because of the sedentary lifestyle that we're living every day. People are not they're not what I would call a mobile anymore, a distance that would probably take you 5 minutes. People are using cars, they don't even run, they don't work out, and they're eating unhealthy. That means they're looking for something. After some time, they're told that you need to lose weight. That's why we have gyms packed up every day. You see people running here and there. That is 142 worth globally, and it's growing every day. So we have products for that to aid people in terms of losing weight, to detox their system, to remove all these crap that is in their system. And we also have this amazing product that we use, that is the C9 pack, that moves very, very well, and people love it because it gives very good results. We also talk about nutritional supplements. Now, in regards to the current life that you're living, you get the plants, the GMOs. We have a lot of probably living in the cities where to even get a good, good nutrients. It's hard, and you get the key or the major thing that is affecting many people. We call them lifestyle diseases. Lifestyle diseases, where your body is not getting enough nutrients, and you need a way that you can actually be able to improve. Yes, you can get vitamin C from a lemon, you can get it from an orange, you can get it from another fruit, but it's not enough. And your body needs something that can be able to give that deficit, to fill that deficit. And that's where now the supplements come in. That's why they are worth 182 billion globally. So you get, these are all things that now we need to make sure that we're improving our health around it. And people have actually come to a point of understanding that in as much as I'm eating healthy, I also need to replenish my body with some nutrients here and there. And that's why we have amazing products for that. Now, what do we do? Now, we as Forever business owners, now we have seen the products, we have seen the company, we've seen that we already have a market. Now, how can we be able to make money around this? First of all, we start with the major and most important thing, which is actually using the product. We are talking about these products helping for all, in terms of all these issues, in terms of improving your life, so that if you're aging gracefully. If you're living a life that is worth, you're not living a life of pain and a life of suffering every day because of your health issues. If you use the products, first of all, you're going to be becoming your own best customer. You're going to be having a very good story, a very good experience. You're taking care of your health, and you're going to be confident, so that now when you go and talk to people, you can share the benefits. You share the benefits when you're talking to your friends, you're talking to your family, you're talking to your colleagues, you're talking to everyone that you meet on a daily basis. you can actually be able to get a customer. But you get a customer when you're able to share experience from using the products. And you can build at least 20 to 30 regular customers who always come back to you. Because we can all agree that when you talk about personal care, you every month you have to budget for that toothpaste. Every month you have to budget for that soap. You have to budget for the food that you take. So that's the same thing that we do when it comes to the products. You just educate people why they need to be using these supplements. They need to be detoxing regularly. They need to start using your sunscreen rather than just using another brand. Switch them to your brand, and from that you can actually go ahead and start building a team. You can talk to people about the opportunity, and you actually get some of them are actually going to be your customers who now turn and actually become ambassadors. That's the whole point that we do. An ambassador is someone who is endorsing a product because they love it and they're using it, not just for the money bit, but the money is going to be coming as dividend because you're going to be making money as you're sharing your story, as you're sharing your experience with other people. Once they buy, you're going to be getting a very good profit from that. And when you coach your team and develop and help them to develop their own customers and find their 5 key people, now you're building what I would call an organization, and you're building a stable business that you can actually be able to have what we call freedom and leverage, because you're not just depending on your own sweat. You're not just depending on your own effort. For example, a day that you want to probably go and spend with your kids at school, does your business now stop? No, it doesn't stop, because you've already built a system, you've already built a team, you've already built an organization around it. That even when you get to a point of probably you're getting old and you want to retire, you don't want to do much of activities, you just want to chill and have a good life with your kids and your grandkids, you can actually be able to live that business and it's still working for you. And that's actually what the wealthy people, not the rich, the wealthy people have actually come to understand, that if you want to have something that is going to outlast you, then you have to work with a system that outgrows who you are as a person, and that actually goes ahead and touches as many people's lives as possible, in a way that once you're out of this world, there's something that you're remembered for. There's a legacy that you have been able to live for that matter. And what a good business that we have that can actually be able to help you to build such a lifetime opportunity for other people as you get grow. And then what now, and how do we get to make the money now once you use and share the products? So first of all, once you get now customers, you've used the products, you're loving them, and you share that with your friends, you share that with your family members, you share that with your estate neighbors and all that. At least 15 to 20 customers who are buying from you monthly, you're talking about an extra 25,000 to around 40,000 monthly. So I want you to ask yourself, because we talked about the needs, we talked about the challenges that we're facing. What challenge can that 25 to 40K extra do for you right now? Where can you be able to channel that? And as you think for that, we can even go ahead and actually start building a small team around that. You've actually mastered how to use the products, you're loving them, you have amazing story that you're sharing with everyone that is around you. What if now you can actually be able now to share the opportunity where people can actually be able to come up with an amazing story like yours, and they can actually be able to start making that extra 40,000. So we start with a team of around 15 to 20 people. We are talking about a potential income of around 80,000 to 150,000 per month. So I want you to go back to your own dreams, to go back to your own challenges, to the needs that you have. Where can you be able to channel that extra 80,000, an extra 150,000? If you're looking forward to having some decent retirement plan, that you can come up with something that can be able to keep you busy, to keep you productive, to keep you growing in terms of income and everything, then that is something that you can be able to consider. And you can go ahead and now build a large team. We're talking about, you have seen this opportunity. You don't just want to build an extra income, just 20,000, 40,000. You're looking forward to having a very big, what I would call primary income that can actually be able to open up big things to help you invest. I know there are people who are thinking of investing in different industries. You want to travel the world. You want to have, you want to leave that, what I would call now, legacy, the wealth, in a way that your kids are not going to be starting from scratch. And as I said, we say that we are going to make sure that that question of where was my grandfather, where was my grandfather when other people are getting lands and everything, that has to end with us, because right now is the best time to make sure that we are living that legacy. We are leaving that generational wealth. So how can we be able to do that? By developing team leaders, team builders, by developing other people who have actually been able to decide that this is going to be one of their biggest thing that they're going to do with their lives, to make sure that they work very hard to build a very solid business, and that is going to open up a 6 all the way to even 7 figure to infinity. You can actually be able to make any amount. It's all going to be about how much work that you're putting in. It's all going to be about how many people you're touching lives. Yeah? If you get to a certain level, if you get to a certain level of earning a 6 figure, now how many people can you pull to be earning that 6 figure with you? Then you're headed to the 7 figure. And you also have another opportunity that opens up chairman's bonus, or what I would call a profit. If the company, of course, it's making a profit from the products that we move, and also from other industries that is it has invested. We have even have hotels in South Africa. Hotel in South Africa actually called Forever Living products, owned by Forever. We have ranches, we have yachts, everything. So what Forever does, it's very generous. It wants to make sure that someone who is working hard, and not just working hard, because the point is changing or touching people's lives. So they look at the end of every year, who has touched many people's lives. When you're talking about impact, who is that number one, two, three, four, five, six, 10, even thousands? That's where the check comes in. So you've been getting paid. That is a check that you're making from the team that you're building. You've been getting profits from your customers. But Forever is so generous to make sure that now it also shares back, or gives a reward to the top business builders. That's why you're given a 13th check now. You're given a very good amount of money just in regards to the volume of work that you've been able to do for the whole year. And that is not just given locally. It's not something that is going to be not going to be sent that in an email and just see a bank statement coming in. No, 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 no. It makes sure that you have to travel for you to enjoy that. It's more of you see that maybe I don't know if that is common in campus, but in high school and primary school, we used to have these prize giving days at the end of every term, and you're given a certain present and everything is celebrated. Even your parents are called and everything. That's what actually Forever is just emulating the same thing. So you have to travel to a certain country, and mostly it's just outside Kenya, and mostly also outside, so outside Africa. You go there with with another chair I mean, you're given two tickets to go and have fun, and in the midst of all that fun, you actually rewarded that amount alongside other people that celebrate you, other people in the business. So it's just a whole event that you get to enjoy a lot, and that is something that we all should strive to be able to get to, and that all is just lying down to how many people are we going to touch, how many people are we going to be impacting. So this is not just about you, it's about other people that are going to be impacted by you. The more people impact, the more impact that you get. That is going to be a byproduct of whatever that you do. And you also have what we call Forever to Drive. You're given an extra 40 to 80,000 monthly when you qualify for this incentive. That's why you're given money. You can decide to whatever you want to do with it. Many people, of course, you want to have that car, you want to drive and everything, you want to renew the car, you want to do anything that you want to do with the money. So some of them they go to building houses. We have Judy here who built her mom a very decent house. You can actually be able to do all that. Mhm. We also have Mumbi, who also recently, actually it's finished right now, that pillow also for her mom. We also have Christine, who has decided she has enjoyed the Forever to Drive for a while. And she just got what I would call a retirement plan. If she wants to go to Malindi, doesn't have to go to a certain hotel anywhere. If she wants to have some income coming through and everything, that is a very good investment. You know, where you get guests, go there and pay, and she's getting an extra income from that. And that is what I would call now building a portfolio of income. So you decide whatever you want to do with your money. I'm just going to, we're talking about the trip that I was talking about, our next thing. So these trips, where you're given two global trips, these are different ones. You're given two tickets, all expenses paid for, and you have spending cash. So the first trip is where you go now to get, we call it Eagle Manager. Become a manager, and you have done an exceptional work in many people's lives, and you go to a certain destination just to go and have fun, interact with other people from different countries who are doing the business, and actually be able to learn, and you come back and impact the people in the country. Another trip that you're given is now to go and collect your check now. You don't just collect it here. The ones that I was talking about. It's still 2 tickets, all expenses paid for, spending cash, and you have a lot of fun. I have a very short clip, but just to show you, I think it's around 10 seconds, just to show you what we talk about when you're talking about fun. Fun being our guides, when you're talking about enjoying the lifestyle, experiencing different cultures and everything. What does forever, open you up to be able to enjoy? So I'm just going to play that short clip for you to be able to experience that. Yes, that's what we talk about when you're talking about all these experiences, the fun that you're going to have, and you actually have a team going all the way to. It's actually going to be a cruise starting from Italy all the way to Croatia, if I'm not wrong. It's going to be amazing, amazing for the qualifiers. And we're all striving to make sure that we go to these amazing destinations next year. And just go back to the person who introduced you and ask them, how do I qualify for this? Not right now, but after this session, how do I qualify for the Paris? Even if you don't qualify, how do you get there? What is supposed to, or what is needed? We also have this Phuket coming up. So these are very good destinations that you just qualify for. If you qualify, you're just going there stress free. You see the stress that people get when you want to travel. I don't know, you're looking for what, you're not sure when you get to the airport whether the amount that you pay, they're going to pick you up and everything. Now imagine just going to a place and someone is standing at the airport with a placard, your name is there. Getting to a hotel, the TV is reading your name and everything. It's just amazing, amazing, amazing opportunity that we are all looking forward to. So we have these amazing destinations coming up. Just make sure that you learn about them and you go there. And before we even go to that, we have another one that is our East African local travel that, of course, we sponsor ourselves. But you get to enjoy and meet with people from all over East Africa, starting from Zambia, Rwanda, that is Tanzania, that is Burundi, all the way to Uganda. You can be able to know how you can be able to travel. Just get back to the person who is and they're going to give you an idea of how you do all that. So above all, we have to put in the work. We have to work hard. Of course, hard work can never be replaced at all. And you also need to be able to think big. So maybe you're asking yourself, will this business work for me? Yeah, I can see it's working for other people. It's exciting and everything. So these are the success factors. This is what you're required to do. Just make sure that you get together often. We have trainings every now and then to make sure that you're equipped. You're not just going to be released and you're told, now figure things on your own and everything. We have a system that is already working. You want to learn, how can I actually be able to give value to someone and show them why they should stop, shopping toothpaste in a supermarket and actually start shopping from me. So you need skills to be able to do that. And then be bold, be very confident. Don't be told by anyone about anything. And I mean, at the end of the day, this is your life. When you're having your own challenges, you're having your own things going around. You even reach out to those close friends that you knew that they would come through for you, and that is the time you actually know that they were not very, very good friends for you. So be very bold. Don't listen to anyone who is not supporting you or supporting your dreams. Just listen to the people who feed you with the right energy, and then enjoy the products. We have amazing products. These products also help you to be in a good mood. They help your health, you're in a better health and everything, not waking up feeling tired and everything. You're detoxing. In fact, you're talking about we are on a alu detox challenge. You're just detoxing your system, removing all these toxins, piling up from the bad foods that we're eating every day, just to make sure that you're in a good energetic mood. Then be consistent. Don't just partner with this amazing company to be seen for 1 week, another week you're not there. We see you another month you're not there. Of course, something that is not done consistently can't yield to anything. So as long as you work hard, think big, get together with the people who introduced you here, attend the trainings. Even tomorrow, for those who are in Nairobi, we have an amazing session, a skills training that is going to be tomorrow at around 5 p.m. Just make sure that you're there so that you're able to learn. That is something that I would say that it really helped me when I was starting to learn about the business. I have not done anything about business. I had not learned how to talk to people. We sometimes the young people, the Gen Z and everything, they're lost in the phones, just keyboard warriors. And when it comes to facing people, you just stammer. But now when you're exposed to a place where people know how to talk well to other people. They don't have to look desperate. They know the right words to use. They know how to walk, the confidence and everything to wear. Everything you're going to learn all that. Typically, I can tell you that you're going to come here with very low confidence, but the next time we are training here, you'll be our trainer. So just be here and be ready to embrace the work. Then just decide to start. It all starts with a decision. In fact, is that saying that the life that you're living right now is probably an outcome or results of decisions that you made 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Uh-huh. In fact, right now, whatever you even ate, it was a decision. You decide that I'm going to eat this, I'm going to do this, and that's why now we get results that we get. So if you're not happy with the life that you're having right now, you just have to look at what decisions did I make 1 year ago, 2 years ago. So if you make one decision here that you want to partner with this amazing company, then you're going to look at the results after you have actually been able to put in the work 1 year, 2 years, and you'll be saying, I actually made the best decision in my life because decisions determine your destiny. And then maybe you're asking yourself, now how do I get started? This is just a way of you getting started because as you're getting in any business, you have to have a way that you're investing. It's probably a capital and everything. And I would say this is the least what I would call the easiest or the simplest business that you can be able to start because you get the starting capital is very, very, very low. And you're actually given very, very good options. You can start with a full stock where you decide now I want to put in this amount this type of products. I want to deal with the weight management and just package that is around 67,000. Start your journey pack that is now discounted. It's giving you the full amount just to get you started, go to the next step and start making money because you move from 5% as a preferred customer to 30%. Amazing, amazing discounts that you get right there. That means if when you're starting just as a preferred customer, it's just the first step that you're starting. If you are earning around maybe probably 10 bob, or not 10 bob, but around 100 bob from a certain product and you move it, once you go to the next step, 30%, it goes up. That is a whole 25% add up. And you're talking about you can even start with a half a stock, you can start with a quarter stock, a minimum purchase. Because now, as you're going to talk to your people, you can't talk with an empty hand. And I said, you have to be your own best customer. You can't come to me as your friend and you're telling me that you have an amazing lip balm, aloe lip. You have an amazing tooth gel, which is now what you commonly call a toothpaste. You're going to learn why it's called a tooth gel when you attend a product training. It's good, 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 good. You can't talk about an amazing tooth gel while you're using another toothpaste. You'll not have, first of all, you'll not have confidence. And me as your friend, I know you very well. If you're talking to me about something but you don't even have it in your hand, I'll be like, we kuja nayo so that I can be able to trust you. Nione venye nakaa. But if you're not using it, you'll be like, you'll not be so confident. So it's very, very good that you start with a few products for your personal usage. And now you can be able to talk to your friends, to your neighbors, because you can't go there with just showing them, you can't show them, I want to buy this. No. Same thing. If you have to even start a shoe business, you can't sell pictures. You have to have the products, you have to have the shoes, you have to have everything. So it's very good that you have that minimum purchase and you can actually be able to get customers. Sometimes you even get, probably you don't have the full amount to even just get started right away, but you can actually be able to talk to your friends that they can actually be able to come up with this money and you come here and you purchase, you go back to them. But I insist, make sure that you use the products for you to get experience, for you to get the confidence, for you to get the benefits very well, to experience them so that you can go out there and now you're bold, you're confident. And from all that, I just want to wish you all the best as you get started into the business. Get back to the person who introduced you here. Tell them to show you now they're going to take you through a planning session to help you understand what products do we have, who needs them? How can I be able to move them? How can I be able to talk to people in a professional way? How do I approach people? How do I build my confidence? How do I even present myself? And you're going to be, they're going to hold your hand. You're not going to walk alone. Probably you're here and you're like, how do I even start now? Where do I get my customers? How do I start? All those questions that you have, get back to the person who introduced you. Ask them. Don't go and ask your spouse. Don't go and ask your neighbor about it, because they will not have the best answers. They are not in the field. The same thing. You can't go to a carpenter and ask them about your teeth. You'll have to go to the dentist. They're going to give you the right information. If you go to a carpenter, they'll start giving you some funny ideas, my cousin, my sister, my grandmother used, and all that. But that is not the right information. You have to go to the right person, and the right people who you have to ask the questions is actually the people who are in here, people who have been able to work this business. They know the ins and the outs, they know the do's and the don'ts. So they're going to guide you all through. And with that, allow me to be the first person to welcome you into this amazing business and to wish you all the best as you start your amazing forever journey. And from me, it's a goodbye, good night, and God bless you. And see you in forever as we enjoy success.